I made it to the New York State Capitol. Look behind me, there's the New York State Capitol, and that building is massive. I'm in Albany, New York, and this is actually the first time I've ever been in Albany, and to my surprise, I didn't realize that it has so many skyscrapers. Like all my other videos, I usually like to walk around the Capitol grounds and take a recording of all the monuments, but there's some massive construction or renovation job going on that I didn't know about. So I'm probably not going to get a chance to walk around and check out all the monuments. But ultimately, we're going to go inside the Capitol and see what we can see there. I imagine that I won't be able to see everything because there's like 6 levels of everything. But let's go ahead and get started and see what we can see.
The New York State Capitol is located in Albany, New York, a city with around 100,000 people. The building was completed in 1899 at a cost of $25 million, which is equivalent to $774 million today, making it the most expensive government building of its time. The New York State Capitol is located in the Lafayette Park Historic District, which is located in central Albany. It includes the park and the combination of large government buildings and small row houses on the neighboring streets. Other government buildings in this area include the City Hall, the building housing the Albany County government, the state's highest court, and the offices of its education department, along with the offices of the City School District of Albany. In and around the New York State Capitol are several memorials that unfortunately I wasn't able to record because of the outdoor renovation that's going on. Thousands of stones were used to build the Capitol, and they were all cut and carved by hand. At times, hundreds of stone carvers and cutters were employed and paid up to $5 for a 10-hour day, twice the wage of a common laborer. The majority of the carvers were from England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. The exterior of the Capitol is granite, which was quite difficult to carve since it was actually harder than the steel tools the carvers used. But amazingly, they created many beautiful carvings with a high level of detail.
So one thing I find interesting is right across the street is the legislative building. So I don't know why they would need a legislative building if they have this massive Capitol, but I guess they do. And maybe that's something that I can learn about or that you can learn about afterwards.
Most notably around the Capitol is the Empire State Plaza. It is a 98.5-acre city within a city that includes one of the greatest public collections of modern art in the country, a unique performing arts center called The Egg, and the New York State Museum. So if you ever have the time to visit the New York State Capitol, make sure the Plaza tour is included on your itinerary. The New York State Capitol is a huge capitol. It includes several floors, including an escalator that probably leads to the legislative building across the street. So I wouldn't recommend tackling this building alone. To make the most out of your visit, be sure to start with the Capitol tour because they do a great job at hitting on all the highlights that you'll want to know about. Completed in 1885, the Senate staircase was once held as a great monumental work believed to be without parallel on the face of the globe. In 1946, the skylight and the lower lay light were removed to accommodate more office space. But in 2012, the skylight and lay light were reconstructed. And of course, you can see all the light that now shines from on top of the staircase onto the bottom floor. The Senate galleries were designed to provide visitors with a place from which to view the Senate's deliberations. They are an integral part of the design of the chamber and continue to function as they were originally intended. The Senate chamber was the creation of architect H. Richardson. It was completed in 1881 and has been used ever since for the deliberations of the Senate. The architect's skilled mingling of many different materials resulted in a room of great beauty. The chamber is now seen restored to its 1881 appearance, except that it accommodates 63 senators, 31 more than when the room was first occupied. The assembly galleries allow visitors to witness the lawmaking process. After years of being hidden from view, the original sandstone vaulted ceilings in the east and west galleries have been restored and can now be seen by the public. While many state legislatures have a House of Representatives, New York uses the term assembly for its lower chamber. Despite the different names, the roles and functions of the New York State Assembly are typically very similar to those of a House of Representatives in other states. The Great Western Staircase, the most elaborate of the three interior staircases, was completed in 1897. It is a celebration of the stone carver's art and includes portraits of many famous New Yorkers. The staircase is frequently referred to as the $1 Million Staircase. The skylight provides natural light for the staircase. The staircase includes more than 77 faces and other hidden structures carved into the detail of the stone. The Hall of New York features artists inspired by the beauty and majesty of New York State's natural landscape. Some of the artists featured were prominent in the artistic community, while others were virtually unknown outside of their hometowns. The paintings are divided by New York State region and together weave an intricate tapestry of New York State's diverse geography. Completed in 1879, the Assembly Staircase was the first of the Capitol's three major interior staircases to be used. The staircase is built of sandstone and granite and is Moorish and Gothic in style. In 1949, the skylight was removed, but in 2011, the skylight and lower lay light were restored, eliminating the staircase and natural light as originally intended. The governor's reception room was originally designed to be open space, part of a domed tower that was never built. Later plans called for a 40-foot high rotunda with ceiling murals chronicling important events in New York State military history. Though the murals were painted and installed, the floor was never removed, allowing for an unusual perspective and why we can see so much of the murals from such a close distance. The Hall of Governors is a portrait gallery that includes 53 of the 57 governors of New York State. The executive chamber is the governor's formal office. If you've ever seen one of the governor's public news briefings, this is likely the room that you have seen on television. The flag room is home to the state's extensive collection of battle flags. The flags date from the War of 1812 to the Gulf War. This space is also being used for military exhibits.
Alright, I did it. I finished the New York State Capitol in Albany, New York, and man, was that building impressive. The detail was amazing. I can't even begin to tell you just how much detail was there, and by far this is probably the building or the Capitol that had the most detail that I've visited so far. And man, am I glad that I have seen it and I've done it, and I now can check another Capitol off my Capitol building hunt. So I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed recording the footage of the video. And of course, if you like the video, give the video a like. And also, if you want to see the remaining of all the Capitols that I'm going to do, make sure you subscribe to the channel, whether or not you've seen them yet. Make sure you check out all the other videos as well. And until the next video, as always, be safe and go travel. You have everywhere to go see. Peace.